This episode was brought to you by slateblackindustries. For M-LOK grips and accessories, visit slateblackindustries.com.
Of all the rifles that we shot, it would be the G36 clone, or the T36, that we forget to switch the audio on. Just for the shooting run, though. We catch it for the discussion. Please forgive us. It's actual classic. Nostalgia for me, my friend.
Alright, same here. This has equilibrium written all over it. Another great documentary if people are unfamiliar. 150. Hit. Hit. 200. Hit. Hit.
It's a very small magnification.
Yes, it's not much. Yeah. 250. Hit. Left. Hit. That wind. Your first shot was right on the left edge, too.
I adjusted it a little bit afterwards.
Yeah. 300. Hit. Just off the right edge. Good elevation. Hit. Alright, 350. Hit. Hit. Oh, the wind's picking up just in time for the long range portion of the stage. I'm gonna get on glass for these. Off the right edge, about a half a target. Left edge. Hit. Hit.
Look, the Germans are so good with design. You can see how many ammo you have.
450. Left by about a target length. Now by about a half a target length. Hit. Hit.
I was aiming off to the right about 1.5 targets.
Oh my gosh. I'm on.
How's the target camera?
It looks like it's in the middle of a hurricane.
Still? Fucking
Yes, still. 2 o'clock, just maybe. Hit. That one was at 10 o'clock. Hit. Now I know you have some actual real memories with this because
I'm qualified on it with a Bundeswehr.
right.
So it's actually, so we qualified. I qualified with 3 weapons: the P8, which is the USP. Was it recording? Really? I fucking have it. So you just saw us shoot this all the way out and then realized that our recorder wasn't working. So there was quite a bit of frustration and we forgot some things in the discussion. Namely, the optic, and I can't believe we forgot to talk about that. The Hensoldt Wetzlar scope, the dual optic, is iconic for the Bundeswehr configuration G36. On paper for the 90s, it is an incredibly powerful system. having a 3x optic that was bullet drop compensated for 2, 4, 6, and 800 meters with a rangefinder on the side to correspond to those distances, and then having a piggyback red dot system that was powered by fiber optic and battery on the side, on top of an extremely lightweight and accurate system. It was going to be the next generation. In reality, the optic itself fisheyes quite a bit. It's actually difficult to focus on both the reticle and the side ranging system at the same time. And it's got a very tight eye box. The little small pinhole up top for the red dot is a very narrow scope to look through as well. And it's also got a blue tint to it. The blue tint is beside the issue. It's not that big of an issue, but for modern shooters, you may not like it. I would choose an ACOG with a Doctor or an RMR sight to go on top of it. Now, yes, you could change the bridge out, the carry handle out, for a Picatinny rail, but then you also sacrifice the real estate for your charging handle, for your hand to dig in and pull the charging handle back. So what's the best configuration for this? Unfortunately, that is integral to the design. Anyways, we'll continue on with the video. See you there.
So I did qualify with the G36 with the Bundeswehr. For me, when I was shooting with them, it shot very, very well. Exceptionally well. Mm-hmm. I did remember when I sat down and the German sergeant handed me the G36. It's like, how do you use this scope? Because it's got crosshair and then a crosshair and all that, and then it's got a red dot on top. And I was like, this is really cool, but what am I supposed to do with it? And he goes like, he tells me, well, the cross you put on the target and then pull the trigger. It's like,
Sagely advice.
That's how it works. I was thinking back in terms of, it did very well for me, but we were also not shooting in conditions like this.
Right.
The range that we shot was semi-enclosed, the really nice German ranges, semi-enclosed with the sound baffles going down. So it was somewhat of an isolated arena without playing with wind. Mm-hmm. I didn't plug round after round after round after round into the rifle.
Yeah.
So it was a very pleasant experience.
Yeah.
Now, today, this is a very, very unpleasant shooting experience, unfortunately, because we're cold, we're wet, we've been out here for hours, 10 to 20 mile an hour gusts, unpredictable wind channels down there. It's a lot more challenging than when I qualified with the Bundeswehr. Mm-hmm. So whenever I picked it up the first time, it was incredible how light this thing was. I mean, it feels like an M4, but it's a lot longer.
Right.
But it's also entirely polymer constructed. It's a beautiful rifle.
It is. It's definitely a looker.
In pop culture, it's, as you said earlier, equilibrium.
Yeah.
Where you obviously learned the close range skills from your fellow clerics. Is it a relevant modern system now? I mean, I don't think this is a conclusive test.
No, definitely not. This isn't to suggest that.
And today's weather conditions are not ideal.
No.
That being said, for the normal combat distance, say sub 350 and inwards, in this type of condition, it did well.
Yeah.
Which 5.56 is designed to shoot at 350 and in.
Right.
And so for that aspect, I think it works just fine.
Yeah.
It is also very light. Mm-hmm. And I think that says a lot. That has a lot to do for the system itself as well.
Yeah.
Special thanks for Steven for loaning us his brand new G36. It's actually an SEF March G36, much like the Bundeswehr versions as well. So thank you guys so much for supporting us with opportunities like this. And we'll take a deeper dive with it. We'll see you guys around. The camera's shaking up there too. You see it's like... Yeah.
Do you enjoy arguing with other viewers on the internet on which rifle performs better on practical accuracy? Well, we have a solution for you. Go to our Patreon page and scroll down. You'll find the practical accuracy scoreboard where we have ranked and compiled all the data of all the firearms we have tested on the practical accuracy course. Furthermore, it's already separated into the different categories, so you can go back to your argument as quickly as possible. And whether you decide to support us via Patreon, subscription, or just a normal viewer, we thank you.
716 is 096, 4 Vic, 8 packs, Redcon 1, green to green. How copy, over?
096, this is 716, roger, over. 16, 091, 1 pack, green, green, over. This is 716, roger, over. 16, 1592, 1 Victor, 2 packs, Redcon 1, over.